ドールズフロントライン2エクシリウム。
Hold on a second. Okay. Please don't make me sign it again. Okay. Alright, so I gotta do a lot. Also, I gotta roll for G11, so that's another part. One thing that kinda annoys me is the fact that oh, actually, let me keep getting more of this. What's it called? They just keep releasing more and more ARs that I want, and I'm just stuck with like. Now I gotta figure out what to get. I'm gonna hope it's corrosion that's necessary, and then just do it. Okay, that's a lot of corrosion parts. But yeah, main problem being how much is just like, oh hey, here's another AR, and another AR, and another AR. I hope you have enough good weapons for them. Oh, you didn't get the one from the banner? Oh well, too bad. And it's just stuck like that, basically. And I can just let this auto. But yeah, that gives me a chance to continue eating here. You know, this isn't exactly the most. I don't think I've ever actually had this combination of food before. I wouldn't say it really fits. It feels more like I'm eating two different things separately rather than one meal. I'm still gonna eat though, because I'm hungry. Oh, the range of the acid explosions are a lot higher than I thought. Nice to know I can shoot through walls. I don't even know what I'm gonna drink yet. Hold on. I don't actually remember what G11 can do. What I do remember is she goes well with 416. So it will be fine, probably. There we go. Ooh. Ah, no gems. There we go. What else do you necessarily need to do right now? Okay. Oh, right. It doesn't matter. I'm already at the master rank again. So I just gotta finish two at once. If I just replace Laura with 416, this would actually be faster. Because then it's no ult animation. There we go. Still plenty of time for that, it's fine. Okay. Now we can actually do stuff. Okay. There's still a lot I gotta do. Like the challenge mode, assault. I think I finished completely hazard patrol. Pretty sure, hold on. Yeah. So that's completed. Haven't done Path Forger at all. Supply station. But I think it's time, you know? Just actually continue the story so we know what happens. Alright. They did change the music as well. Just listen. It reminds me a little bit of Risk of Rain 2 music. Alright. Just a sec. After a night of rest and preparation, Hyde 404 and the Survey Corps set off from their camp and head deeper into the contamination zone. Two parties traveled across the rugged terrain of the wilderness in separate vehicles. With her motorbike secured to an external trailer, Coca drives her other teammates in a jeep.
こちら、ハイド404、刑事連絡よ、応答を。
This is Hyde 404 making a route check-in. Come in if you copy. Pressing the comms button near the dashboard, Coca connects to the encrypted comms channel. The voice of the communications officer speaks matter-of-factly through the speakers.
こちら、ロクサット主義合衆国連盟所属第7環境調査隊376人招待。どうぞ。
What was that? That was weird. Okay. Sorry about that. This is the 3,762nd Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the New Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. Received. Go ahead.
環境情報を見るに、こちらが先に目標集落へ到着しそうね。到着後は計画通り、当該集落を中心とした汚染エリアの探索を行うわ。
According to the environmental data, we will be the first to reach the target settlement. Once we're there, we will follow the survey plan agreed upon this morning and start exploring the surrounding area with the settlement as the center.
天候の影響により、行軍速度は 20% ほど減少する見込みよ。
Due to the current environmental factors, our travel speed is expected to be reduced by 20%.
了解。それと、ディミトリー総長が。
Copy that. First Sergeant Dmitry also said, on the other end of the channel, the communications officer pauses for a moment as if pondering something.
突発事態に備えるため、最低1名はエリア通信チャンネルに接続したままにしろと。
First Sergeant Dmitry specifically instructed that you must keep at least one member connected to the regional comms channel to respond immediately to emergency commands.
いいわ、調整しておく。
Roger, we'll call. When the exchange is over, Kuka disconnects from the encrypted channel and gestures for Enterus to take over.
ディミトリーのやつ、どうせまた悪口だったんでしょ。
I bet Dmitry was running his potty mouth again.
連絡員が通訳に困るなんてどんだけ？
What the heck did he even say? Even the comms officer had to take 2 seconds to translate it into more diplomatic language.
大方、ガラクタ、時間の無駄、クソったれとかだろうね。
Most probably his usual gripes about us being rickety tin cans and a freaking waste of time.
ガラクタだと思ってるなら、いちいち仕事を押し付けないでほしいよ。
If he knows I'm a rickety tin can, then why is he being such a slave driver? HT yawns and sprawls out across the back seat, laying her head on Doris' lap. Doris pulls a blanket over her in a thoughtful and tender gesture. HT curls up comfortably and buries her head inside the blanket.
ディミトリー総長は口は悪いけどいい人だと思うな。
First Sergeant Dmitry is a little foul-mouthed, but I don't think he's a bad person.
今朝も集落の子供に高いしてあげてたし。
I even saw him giving some children uppies at the settlement this morning.
れでもお姉ちゃんを罵ったのは変わんないもん。
That doesn't change the fact that he scolded Big Sis Cloakai.
アンドリスは人が良すぎ。
And you think too kindly of people, Endurus.
そうかな。
You think so?
あ、隊長、チャンネルに接続できたよ。
Oh, Leader Cloakai. Connection established. We have comms.
そう。こっちのマイクはミュートで、通信を車内スピーカーにつなげておいて。
Plug it into the speakers of the Jeep. Remember to turn off the microphone on our end.
はいはい。
Alright. Oh, jeez. Wow. I was not expecting that. We are the successors. Well, we are the successors of Peter the Great, defending the comrades' hammer and sickle. We are the defenders of victory, guarding the red stars of the motherland. The moment the channel is plugged in, loud singing in some strange regional accents starts blaring from the speakers. Mechte, originally wrapped inside her blanket, jolts awake and pokes her head out like a groundhog.
音量下げて。
Turn the volume down.
びっくりしたな。息袋のうなり声の方がまだマシだよ。
The commies. Oh no. It's going again. Hard to say which sounds nicer, this or the howls of Elids.
なんか歌詞が全員違くない？それどころか全然歌えてないやつもいるし。
That makes it even worse. Is it me or are they getting their lyrics all mixed up? Also, some of them clearly don't even know the song and are just humming along tunelessly.
これはメロディーを比べてみたけど、多分第三次大戦に新ソ連で流行った曲だね。敵を倒すとか、祖国と国民を守るとか、兵士を鼓舞する歌詞が多いの。
Well, I just ran a search on the main melody, and this appears to be a song that was very popular among the Neo-Soviet troops during World War III. The lyrics are basically a call to arms that encourages soldiers to rise against the enemy and defend their country and people.
新ソ連も含めて、いろんな国がロ連に編入された影響で、軍歌も共通言語のものに変わって、あんまり歌われなくなっちゃったけど。
However, after the Neo-Soviet Union announced its entry into the URNC as more soldiers from other countries were integrated into the military forces, most mainstream military songs were replaced with ones in a more common language and had more well-known tunes, and this particular song is rarely ever sung nowadays.
アンドリスってそんなデータも持ってるの？
This is mentioned in your local database?
今回は新ソ連内の活動だから、関係ありそうな情報は一通り保存してあるんだ。
Since we're operating within Neo-Soviet territory this time, I thought I'd do some research on the area. I have the story space for it.
確かに勇ましい曲だけど、こいつらが歌うと台無し。
I know it's supposed to be a stirring song, but they make it sound so comical.
ああ、もううるさい。聴覚モジュール切っちゃいたいよ。
It's so grating on the ear, I actually wanted to disable my auditory module. Equally perturbed, Cookai turns on the microphone with a scowl.
こちらハイド404。 直ちに騒音行為を中止し警戒態勢を維持しなさい。ここがイエローエリアであることを忘れたの？
This is Hide 404. Cease your noisy antics immediately and stay vigilant. This is the yellow zone. There can be danger at any moment. The boisterous soldiers quiet down for a moment, but they will soon return to their raucous ways. Hey, this is a military song. How could you call it noise? These songs motivate and unite us. Don't you feel anything at all when you listen to the music?
ええ、まったく。
No.
あんたたちの合唱、音程もリズムも歌詞も点でバラバラじゃない。これで団結力が高まるなんて到底思えないわね。
Yep. Also, your chorus lacks unity in tone, rhythm, and lyrics. I don't see how this promotes any sense of unity. Jeez, we're not professional vocalists. What does a rickety bucket of bolts know? Dimitri's cursing interrupts Larion's reply. We sing whatever the hell we want. How is that any of your business? Just so you know, we're not machines, so don't go judging us by your stupid mechanical standards. Singing is all about feelings. What's the point in keeping in tune like you electronic speakers?
あんたね。
You.
クルカイ隊長。
Leader Klukai. Doris mutters softly to stop Klukai from losing her temper.
ええ、そうね。
You're right.
確かに歌うのはそっちの勝手よ。だけどせめてマイクをミュートにしてもらえる？情報漏洩につながる可能性だってあるわ。
You can sing whatever you want, but please turn off your microphone and keep the channel quiet in case any important transmissions get lost. I will naturally tell them to pipe down when an order comes through. You have no business telling us what to do.
それならこっちはチャンネルから出るわ。何かあったらまたつなげるから。
Then we will exit the current channel and come in again when the need arises. I just had someone relay my instructions, didn't I? One of you must remain in line at all times. That's an order. Do I need to repeat myself?
わかったわ。
Fine. He's just not bothered to hide his smugness as he laughs. Don't just sit there. Where were we? Keep singing. Stop acting like you're being starved. I'll make you get off the jeep and walk the whole way. Soon the singing resumes. Klukai turns off the speakers on board in annoyance.
美容家、ヘッドホンで奴らのチャンネルの通信を監視して。
Byakuya, put on your headset. You're in charge of monitoring the comms channel.
私？やだよ。お姉ちゃんとお話ししてたいのに。
Me? No, I want to chat with you.
第一に、今は任務中よ。無駄話はしない。
First of all, we're currently on a mission, so I have no time for idle chit-chat.
第二に、アンドレスは情報収集があるし、ミシティは。
Secondly, Endurance has to gather real-time intel. As for Mechti,
あいつなんかに任せたら、あの連中が全滅しても気づかないでしょうね。
if we leave this to her, we won't even know if those soldiers are all dead.
はいはいはい。だったら任せなきゃいいじゃん。なんならずっと寝させてよ。
Yeah, better not leave it to me. In fact, don't bother to wake me up either. Ever.
待って、お姉ちゃん。それってつまり美容家がミシティより役に立ってミシティより大事だってこと？
Dang. Hold on, so you're basically saying that Beck is more useful, more important than Mechti, right?
そう捉えてもらって結構。
You can understand it that way.
美容家任務を全うしてみせます。
I will complete the mission, I promise. Sitting up Rimrod straight in the passenger seat, Belka puts on the headset somberly, as if she is monitoring information of critical importance. Having regained her peace and quiet, she retreats back into the comfort of her blanket. Quick-eye floors the gas in exasperation.
アンドリス、周辺を警戒して、何かあればすぐに報告を。
Please keep an eye on the situation and report anything immediately.
了解。
Understood.
ドローンの映像を見る限り、しばらくは安全かな。
Judging from the video feed from the drone, it should be safe for now.
でも、隊長。
Still, leader. This is still worrying her calm smile, but she lets out a soft sigh.
グリーンエリアと違って、ここの朝って寂しいね。
Mornings in the yellow zone are so much more desolate than in the green zone. But I thought I would be able to have a good nap this time. These elids are being too much. Do they not need sleep? Better wake up. It's time for battle. Fine, fine, I get it. Okay. But I don't know how much range these guys have, but I think they can do something. 6 enemies? No, not 6. 7. Okay. See you over there. Something like that. Okay. Oh dang. And I guess I'll leave Kukai to deal with this on the left all on her own. Should be able to wipe out all, yep. And there we go. There. Nice and simple. After fighting off the elids encountered on the way, 404 presses on with their journey.
隊長、予想だとあと2時間で目標の集落に到着するよ。
Leader Klukai will arrive at the target settlement in approximately 2 hours.
情報によれば住人は約60名。まあこれも2年前のデータだけど。
According to our current intel, there are about 60 residents at the settlement. Though this figure was recorded 2 years ago.
ここの環境は
The environment here. Doris peers out the window and tries to ignore the conclusion her neural cloud has come to.
こんなところでずっと生きてきたなんて本当にすごいな。
It's very impressive that they have managed to keep living under such harsh conditions.
そうね、用心して。
Yeah, we should be prepared.
ここの環境情報は更新がひどく滞ってる。何が起きてもおかしくないわ。後ろでだらけてるアホを起こしなさい。
The environmental data here is very much not up to date, so we could run into unexpected circumstances at any time and wake up that invalid back there.
了解。
Sure. Despite what she just said, Endurance does not wake Mechti up, and simply lets her turn to her other side and continue sleeping.
美容家、調査隊の動きは
Byoka, any news from the survey corps? Leaning against the window and focus on the comms channel, Belka clearly has not heard Klokai's question. As the jeep rocks back and forth as it travels across the bumpy terrain, Belka's lips move softly as she hums intermittently, her bright green hair bouncing in time with the rhythm.
美容家。
美容家はここだよ。お姉ちゃんどうかした？
Byoka here. What do you need, Big Sis Klokai?
どうかしたって、通信の監視を任せたはずだけど、何してるの？
What do I need? I told you to stay on the line with the survey corps. What the hell are you doing?
そんなに歌うのが好きなら、管理局の余興イベントにでも参加したら？
Should I send you to perform at the Non-Military Forces Administration's concert? Noticing Klokai's displeasure, Belka sticks out her tongue. Still sticks out. Byoka sticks out her tongue apologetically. What does that even mean?
だってあいつらずっと歌ってるんだもん。なんか癖になってきちゃって。
It's because they keep singing the song. I've been listening to it for so long, it's kind of an earworm.
あんたたち、少しは真面目にやりなさい。二度も言わせないで。
Stay focused on the job, don't make me tell you again.
わかりました。
Keep being sick.
はいは
Sure thing.
い。
Sleep, Obibo.
私がいれば何も心配なし。
Whoa. Well then. With a loud rumble, the makeshift fortress temporarily converted from an old building shakes violently. The exposed and bent steel structure lets out a screech. Smoke and dust cause the soldiers lying on the ground to cough uncontrollably. The young soldier firing wildly through the hole in the wall quickly falls back and wipes the soot off his face, revealing his features. Young Dmitri gasps frantically for breath. Hey, pull yourselves together! Our reinforcements will be here in a bit. But Dima, we're almost out of ammo. One more push from the enemy and we'll probably... Before the soldier could finish, more gunshots and explosions resound beyond the fortress. They immediately drop to the ground. Don't give me any of that. Remember what our squad leader said. Pessimism is the worst thing on the battlefield because it only serves to make us die faster. But the squad leader himself is already... The soldier glances at a corner obscured in shadow. Burly man is slumped there, with dark crimson fluid dripping from his pierced forehead. The fluid has started to congeal, but half his body is already soaked. His eyes are half open, but utterly devoid of life. He died in the assault when dawn was near, probably trying to determine if there were reinforcements at a distance through his binoculars. And just as the sky was tinted white, the one who was searching for hope fell before the door leading to a brand new day.
ディビー、オイラおふくろに会いてえよ。ずっと入隊を反対されてたんだ。今日は初陣なんだ。これで帰れると思ってたのに。実家の牛が盗まれたって家を出る前に聞いてさ。ああ、最後の牛だってのに。
Dude, I miss my mother. She was always trying to talk me out of enlisting. This is the first time I got sent to the battlefield. I thought I would go home in triumph, but just before I set off, she told me our cow got stolen a few days ago. That was the very last cow we had. Perhaps out of fear, this young soldier's speech becomes increasingly incoherent, and his gun hand is shaking violently. The weapon that is supposed to bring courage is now nothing more than a lifeless piece of scrap metal. Dmitri looks at him restlessly, then turns his attention to the other surviving soldiers, but most of them simply stare back at him with despair in their eyes. Incessant gunfire from beyond the fortress is generating thick, choking smoke. They've been defending this position for a week, but there's no sign of any reinforcements. The soldiers no longer harbor any hope of survival. Then you should ask her to buy a new cow with your bonus.
ニコライ。
Not faring much better than the others, this soldier named Nikolai sees an opening in the enemy's fire and dives behind a heavy machine gun mounted by the wall. Probably pulls out an ammo belt from a nearby box. You hear the gunshots out there? Just securing a few loose bullets on the belt, he feeds it into the machine gun and confirms that the weapon is in order. Nobody answers him. Explosions erupt continuously in the distance. Bomber planes whiz past them overhead, and the air raid siren is deafeningly loud. The intensity of the dense gunfire pales in comparison to the cacophony all around. That's the sound of our comrades, of the Neo-Soviet Union marching onward. The Neo-Soviet Union will not falter here, nor will I. Our motherland lies behind us. As long as she stands, I will not yield. Nikolai speaks softly, but the resoluteness in his voice pierces through the miasma of hopelessness in the fortress. During the reload break, Nikolai slings the rifle off his shoulder and tosses it over to Dmitri. What's this? I've got a gun. This rifle is from my old man. It has much better specs than your standard issue guns. Use it. Good man. Your father must have been quite something to be able to get his hands on this beaut. Yeah. We've got no time to talk. The next wave of attacks is about to begin. He weighs the rifle in his hands. He then shakes the nerves off himself and turns to his other comrades. Listen up, you lot. The squad leader said... Okay. The squad leader said that reinforcements are on the way. If we make it through, the future will be ours. So hold on tight to your guns. We can stand our ground as long as we don't let them storm in here. Under Dmitri and Nikolai's leadership, the young soldiers once again muster the resolve and start preparing for another round of defense and counterattack. That's more like it. Our dog tags are to be proudly displayed upon us next to our medals, not buried in some pitiful mass grave. The impassioned cries in his memory blend into the alarm sounding in the present. Dmitri hurriedly stuffs the dog tag back into his pocket. Our Sergeant Dmitri, elite horde spotted. 404 has engaged them. If they come again, there's no end to them. Give them long range support. Don't let the elites get close to the main force. Starting assist mode. Stirropes. Hey, over here. Something feels off about them. Received. Now establishing new combat zone. Something feels off about what? No, it's basically the same area again, so I'll do that.
おじけついたの？みんなを守れるようになりたいです。みんなを守れるようになりたいです。
That should work. Though I don't see any support. She's so good for clearing, especially these old, what's it called, these lower levels. Oh, story point. Before we do that, let's, I think the challenge mode here. Yeah, I need to continue this. Because it's actually pretty rough. Hmm. Hmm. That will give us a good amount of room to move around. Just put this one here. I think that the idea is to push them with the thing and then blow that up. That's what I'm guessing, so. I might even be able to get with her, or get there with her instantly, so. Yeah, we'll see. Wait, what? Oh, I can deploy one more. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Pop this early. Oh, well that's helpful. No, hold on. No, that doesn't kill him. I mean, if I can kill him in one, then that's better than not, so. No, they weren't alerted. That is amazing. Does that mean I can just... You know, hold on.
その
They weren't alerted, so maybe I can actually go around without actually alerting them? Uh-oh. Okay.
進歩は必須よ。邪魔よ。
どうってことないわ。
That doesn't work, but... That would.
ハンデをあげる。
その 進歩は必須よ。
どうってことないわ。
進歩は必須よ。
どうってことないわ。
了解。
Okay, we'll pop this, then we'll use Lota.
どうってことないわ。
了解。
Weaken them. Hold on, how? Yeah, to weaken them as much as possible.
今度は効かない。今だ。
That doesn't reach. Okay.
準備万端。
どうってことないわ。 交換するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。 交換するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
Dang it, of course. Shoots my sniper.
気合い。 はあ、何見てんの？ごめんね。こっちこっち。えい。今だ。今度はその
Try to weaken it as much as possible.
射撃陣どうってことないわ。
How does it regain?
進歩は必須よ。
How does that make any sense?
どうってことないわ。
Maybe don't attack?
気合い。ごめんね。どこを見てるんですか？了解。
He gains health. What is this? How do we kill this stupid thing? I think it's better to kill this thing.
ごめん、時間がない。どうってことないわ。進歩は必須よ。はい。
This is insane.
みんなのために。どうってことないわ。
Which one would be better? I think this one.
進歩は必須よ。訓練の成果ね。現実を知りなさい。どうってことないわ。
What is this? This gives him help. Okay, what? I'm so confused. That gains him health again.
進歩は必須よ。見て見て。えい。ごめん。私が終わらせる。訓練の成果ね。
Would you please just die?
現実の目標値ね。
Thank
ど
you.
うってことないわ。私がいれば。
These challenge phasers are insane. Like, what was that? It just kept healing its stability and its health. I can only hope that the rest aren't that bad, but knowing everything else, I don't know if I'm confident in that being. Alright, well, we got time for that, so, you know what? Let me quickly do one of these. I don't remember what button it is for the... It's Q, okay. Jeez. Alright, that works. That's one less of those that I gotta deal with. And more free stuff. Kinda wanna try Proof Forger, Path Forger. Cause I'm not quite sure what it is. Okay, let's see. What exactly we gotta do? Gotta play that once, and then the rest get first place, second place, or higher. Okay. I don't know how long these usually take, so I am gonna save that for later. I'm gonna look in here. Yo! Yo! Excuse me. Industrial foregrip, desert site. That's a nice skin, though. I mean, I do also love the gun in general, the Vector, so. It's got a different thing here. This feels longer than it usually is. Oh well. To help myself. Grabbing all those. Grabbing all those. I think it might be a good idea to roll, but I'm not sure. Like, should I roll? Should I not roll? You know? Or maybe I'll hold off for now. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna do one 10 pull. Just one. Alright. There she is. Alright, just one. Dang it. And maybe I get a gun? Give me a gun? Dang it. Give me a gun. Purple gun. Purple gun. Come on. Dang it. All I did is get her blow. Okay. We'll try again later. It's fine. We'll try again later. I-44 arrives at the target settlement. The old and dilapidated walls are eroded from years of exposure to wind and sand, and the smell of decay permeates this modestly sized settlement.
多分引っ越したんだと思う。
Maybe they simply moved away.
調査隊に確認した。集落は奴らの担当よ。私たちは周辺半径500メートルの調査に向かうわ。
I just double checked it's a survey corps. They will investigate the settlement itself while we're in charge of looking at the surrounding area within a radius of 500 meters.
効率を上げるために二手に分かれるわよ。私と
For efficiency's sake, let's split into two groups and fan out in opposite directions. I will pair up with
イオーカが一緒なんだよね。
me, of course. Waiting for Klukai to finish, back up quickly so there's over to her side.
今回はいいけど、次からはちゃんと命令を聞きなさい。
Fine, but don't do this again. You must obey my orders.
グルカイお姉ちゃん。よかった。アンドリストなら。
Nice. Since I'm with Endurus, I can...
サボったら殺す。
No slacking off.
アンドリス、ちゃんと見張ってなさいよ。じゃなきゃ二人とも特訓追加だから。
And Doris, make sure she stays on the job, or you can join her in extra drills when we get back.
はーい
Sure thing.
私と美容家は東、あんたたちは西。何かあればすぐに連絡して。
Buck and I are heading Buck and I are heading east. You two head west, get in touch if there's any problem.
出発するわ。
Now let's go. Buka and Bilka begin their search near the settlement.
お姉ちゃん大発見しちゃった
I found something.
こっちこっち早く早く
Come and have a look. Bilka frowns as she peers over at Buka, who is bouncing up and down and waving at her, but she still circles around a boulder and heads toward her.
今は宝探しなんかしてる場合じゃないのよ。
We're on a mission here. Stop behaving like a rabbit on an Easter egg hunt.
だって重要な手がかりかもしれないんだもんお姉ちゃんに知らせたくて
I found an important clue and couldn't wait to show you.
そうだといいけど、
Better be important.
もし池袋にかじられたバッグとか、バーチャルアイドルの抱き枕とか、賞金ハンターが埋めた地雷とかだったらどうなるか分かってるのよね。
If you show me another backpack half chewed by elids, body pillow of some virtual idol, or dud landmine buried by some bounty hunter, you know what kind of punishment awaits you.
本当に違うからほら見て
It really isn't any of that. Just take a look.
あそこにほら怪しげななんていうか
There's
アートオブジェ的な
some really suspicious looking, what should I call them, installation art? Good leads click over to where several strange rock piles lie exposed on the ground. Dark rocks are scattered all over, their unnatural edges and jutting corners giving them an ominous air.
外部から破壊された痕跡がある。本来はこうじゃなかったんだわ。
The main structure shows signs of external damage. This isn't what they originally looked like.
そうそうそれでね気づいたことがあるんだ
You're right, but I found even more important clues.
ほらここ
Right here. Belka walks through the scattered rocks and stops by another
お
pile.
姉ちゃん見てこの辺の石半分くらい土に埋まってるまるで何かの台座みたいじゃない
Look, these ones are half buried in the ground like some kind of foundation.
確かに。この密集具合は人為的なものね。イエローエリアじゃ珍しくもない石だけど、高度が高い割に割れやすいから材料には不向きのはず。この密度からして誰かに積み上げられたものでしょうね。
Indeed. This type of rock is quite common in the yellow zones, but due to its hardness and brittleness, it is rarely ever used as building materials. Since they're appearing in such high density here, these rocks were very possibly gathered here deliberately.
パラデウスの仕業かなそれともここの住民が何か特殊な使い方をしてたとか
Could it be Paradeos? Or did the residents here find some special use for these rocks, then left them behind?
わからない。
Hard to say at the moment.
写真を撮ってリバに送ってちょうだい。彼女に調べさせるわ。
In any case, take some photos and send them over to Leva. Ask her to look into them.
わかったそれと来るかいお姉ちゃん
Team Because please shower me with praise phase. Kukai sighs in defeat.
まあ、目の付けどころは悪くないわね。
Your discovery was not entirely useless this time.
褒められちゃった
I got praised.
調子に乗るな。写真送ったら調査を続けなさい。
Wipe that dumb grin off your face. Get on with the search if you're done sending the photos.
1分いや30秒もあれば OK
Understood. Give me a minute. No, I'll have it done in 30 seconds. Cook and Belka continue with the investigation along their planned route, but they find something else noteworthy.
お姉ちゃんこの辺もう何もなさそうだしそろそろ戻ろうよあ調査隊から連絡だ集落に到着して調査を開始したって
There doesn't seem to be much here or much else here. Why don't we head back? Oh, and the Survey Corps just sent the news. They've arrived at the settlement and started their survey there.
そう404は間もなく任務完了。集落にて合流後次の行動について確認願う。そう返しておいて。
Send them a response. Tell them 404 is about to wrap up on our end. We'll rendezvous with them at the settlement and decide on our next steps.
ガッテン
Roger.
あれお姉ちゃん、あの岩の上にいる白いのミシティじゃない？もうここまで調べたの？
Big sis Klukai, look at the white smudge on that rock over there. It seems to be HD? Has their search already taken them here?
あいつほんとどこでも寝れるわね。
You really can. You can sleep anymore. Klukai grins widely as she watches Klukai march angrily ahead.
ぷぷぷぷ、お姉ちゃん本気で怒ってるよ。ミシティ、今回ばかりはアンドリスに泣きついたって無駄なんだから。
Boy, Mitchie, big sis Klukai have big time. Not even Intoris can save you now.
とはこの卓越した能力でお姉ちゃんの心をわしづかみにしちゃえば。
Then I'll just have to win Bix's heart with my outstanding performance. As Klukai approaches the large rock, she realizes that Mitchie isn't actually dozing on it as she initially thought. In fact, Mitch is perched on top of it to study a jeep covered in sand that's behind the rock. There's also appearing inside the vehicle through the window.
アンドリス、上からもよく見えないよ。
I can't really see anything from above either, Andoris.
隊長に連絡するしかないね。降りてきていいよ。
Then we'll have to contact Leader Klukai. You'd better get back down first, Michi.
あんたたち何してるの？
What are you doing? Startled by Klukai's voice, HT, who's climbing off the rock, loses her footing and slides right off, landing on her backside.
いきなり話しかけないでよ。びっくりした。
Don't just pop out of nowhere behind me.
今時ホラーゲームでもジャンプスケアなんて流行らないよ。
Jump scares are the most cliched of cliches. Even horror games these days don't resort to such cheap tricks.
口答えは結構。そこで何をコソコソしてるの？
Cut the crap, what are you two doing hovering around this jeep?
遺棄された車両を見つけたから気になって調べてたの。
Leader Klukai, we've discovered an abandoned vehicle here.
砂の厚みからしてここに止めて半月以上は経ってるみたい。
Judging from the amount of accumulated sand, it has been here for at least half a month.
それと車にこんなものが。
Also, we found this on the vehicle. Klukai circles over to under a slide and spots a familiar logo on the wiped down front door. The jeep is covered in bullet holes and scratches.
これは浄化事業調査隊のマーク。
Isn't that the logo of the Urine Sea Purification Project Survey Corps?
うん。ドアを開けようとしたんだけど衝撃と爆発で変形しちゃってる。
Yes, we tried to open the doors, but they're jammed, probably because of the impact the vehicle has sustained.
ディミトリーさんたちの任務に関係あるといけないから壊すのはやめたの。それで窓から中の様子が見えないかなと思って。
Considering the fact that this may be relevant to First Sergeant Dimitri's mission, we decided against breaking the doors by force and tried to look inside to the windows.
窓にはフィルムが貼られてて結局覗けなかったけど。
Dak! Hello, Alan. How are you? And yellow hydrate in a sec. Ow! Okay. Well, thank you for the... Hey, hydrated. But the windows are covered in one-way film, so we can't tell what's in there.
そう、分かったわ。
Right, that's fine.
ビオカ、ぼーっとしてないで調査隊に人をよこすよう連絡しなさい。
Tika, don't just stand there. Contact the Survey Corps and get them to send someone over. Okay. Disappointed by the way things have turned out, Ilka contacts the Survey Corps and informs them of 404's discovery.
座標を送ったよ。すぐに来るって。
Pixis have sent them the coordinates. They said they'll be here shortly.
了解。
Good.
ミシティ、ドアをこじ開けて。アンドリスは動画で記録。後で揉めると面倒だから。
HC, force the door open. Endurus will record the whole process just so everything is clear.
また力仕事を。
Making me do hard physical work again? Spider complains, but she still walks up to the vehicle door and takes aim at the lock.
車に置いてきちゃった。直接撃ってもいい？
We left the crowbar back in our jeep. Can I just shoot this?
ええ。二人は下がって。怪我するから。
Sure. The rest of you stand back. Don't get hurt.
じゃあ撃つよ。
Here I go, okay? With a burst of gunfire, the lock is penetrated by the bullets.
終わり。後のことは知らないと。出発するときに起こして。
Done. The rest is all up to you then. Wake me up when it's time to leave. Kokai pulls the door open and something dark immediately tumbles out. Here's the corpse of a man. The hands are clutching a gun tightly. His army uniform is covered in a large patch of dark brown, especially around the abdominal area.
調査隊の制服だ。
It's the uniform of the Survey Corps.
中にもう二人いる。
There are two others in the jeep.
傷口のコーラプスクリスタルの凝縮具合からして死後半月以上は経ってるね。
Judging from the crystallization on their wounds, the time of death must have been more than 2 weeks ago. Doris tries her best to steal her neural cloud as she takes in the pockmarked vehicle and the stains in the interior. She's never seen such a grisly sight in the green zone.
血痕を見るに何者かに襲われてここに隠れている間に失血死したんだと思う。
The bloodstains suggest that they died from severe blood loss after being injured and taking refuge here.
手に銃を握ったまま最後まで警戒を。
He's still gripping his weapon, so they were on the lookout to the very end.
それから車の使用形跡は
Also, the vehicle's age. Doris scrambles together all the information available, but she cannot stop her voice from wavering.
アンドリス、ミシティを起こしてきて。
And Doris go wake Michi. Understood.
ごめんね。ありがとう隊長。
Sorry, and thank you, leader. Bioka watches Doris with some
ア
concern.
ンドリス大丈夫かな。またフリーズしたりしないよね。
Is Doris okay? Is she gonna crash again?
大丈夫。元は民生用人形だもの。404の世界になれるのに時間がかかって当然よ。
That's alright. She was a civilian doll. It'll take some time for her to get used to the world we inhabit.
グリーンエリアとイエローエリアって全然違うから。たまに本当に同じ世界なのか疑うもん。
Yeah, the green zones and the yellow zones are so different. Sometimes they do feel like two entirely separate worlds.
昔の人間ってみんなグリーンエリアやホワイトエリアみたいな場所で暮らしてたんでしょ。
Oh, human habitats used to live in places like the green and white zones, right? Taken back to the knees, Klukai ponders for a moment and simply gives out a piece of advice.
アンドリスの感性に影響されちゃダメよ。
Don't let Doris' sentimentality get to you.
過去のことも今の人間の境遇も私たちには関係ない。
The past has nothing to do with us. The human's current predicament also has nothing to do with us.
わかった。
I mean, it kind of does. It's kind of, you know, the reason you even came to be.
残りの死体を引きずり出して何か見つかるかもしれない。
Extract the remaining 2 bodies from the jeep and see if you can find anything else.
待て。
Wait! Soldiers of Survey Corps have arrived at the scene. She walks up to the jeep and takes a look. Koya backs up 2 paces to keep some distance between Dimitri and herself.
あとは俺たちがやる。
We'll take it from here.
お前ら、車内の遺体を下ろせ。丁寧に。
You get the 2 bodies out of the jeep. Be careful with them. Better go in the order. Dimitri circles around the jeep and studies it closely with another subordinate in tow.
車体は弾痕まみれで、片面は派手にへこんでやがる。大方、環境との接触によるものだろう。
The jeep is covered in bullet holes and dented on one side, probably caused by scraping against some natural land feature.
ナンバーは MIA 部隊のものと一致。
The license plate number has been confirmed. The vehicle belonged to the MIA unit.
車内の遺体は腐敗が進み、ドッグタグも見つからない。身元は確認できず。
Due to the extent of decomposition and the missing dog tags, the bodies in the vehicle are yet to be identified. Ibuchi calmly voices all of his observations while the soldier next to him jots them down one by one. At this moment, there is no sign of Dimitri's former temper and surliness. His features are marked by the composure and maturity of a veteran on the battlefield. Finally, he returns to the front of the vehicle and watches his subordinates extract the corpses trapped in the back seat.
何か発見は？
Found anything at the settlement?
ある。死人だ。エリットに感染した上に、息袋に食い荒らされてやがる。
Yes. Dead bodies. Infected with Elid and gnawed by bits by Elids.
あんたたちの仲間？
Also your people?
いや、地元の住民だ。知らねえ服を着てる。
No, just ordinary civilians, but dressed in weird robes.
映像記録は？
Have you got any visual records?
いい加減にしろ。お前に報告する義務はない。
That's enough. I'm not obligated to report my progress to you. He does not raise his voice, but his impatience is apparent. Paying no more attention to Kluka, he walks off and calls his superior on his communicator.
こちらはロクサット主義合衆国連盟所属第7環境調査隊3762小隊のディミトリー総長です。これより定期報告を行います。
Do I have to say this every time?
You do. You actually do. This is the 3762nd Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. First Sergeant Dimitri checking in to give a scheduled update.
ああ、状況はどうだ？
Received. What's the situation?
獣医の指示に従い調査任務を遂行中です。MIA とされていた第7環境調査隊1364小隊の車両および兵士3名の遺体を発見しました。
Our saver mission is still underway, as per our orders. We have discovered a vehicle registered under the 1364th Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps, which was declared MIA along with the remains of 3 soldiers.
丁重に弔ってやれ。ロクサット主義の未来のために犠牲となった英雄たちだ。
Lay them to rest properly. They are martyrs who gave their lives for the future of Rosarchism.
ええ。
Understood.
それとですが、順位改めて進言します。やはり今は部隊を撤退させ、増援の到着とともに任務を再開すべきです。
In addition, sir, I must once again recommend withdrawing my platoon for now and only resuming the mission when reinforcements arrive.
理由は
Reason being?
九段の兵士たちはいずれも銃撃による致命傷が死因です。
All 3 of the soldiers found died from gunshot wounds.
彼らの車両には調査隊のマークがついており、3名とも軍服でした。賞金ハンターやバレア軍が彼らに対峙するとは思えません。
The vehicle clearly bears the Survey Corps insignia, and the soldiers are in their uniforms. Bounty hunters or even the Varjägers would not engage them in a direct confrontation under normal circumstances.
記録にはない敵性勢力がこのエリアに存在し、意図的な襲撃を仕掛けたものだと推測します。
I believe there may be some undocumented forces at work in this area. There's a high possibility that this was a targeted attack. Silence on the other end of the line makes Dimitri restless.
順位私は命が惜しくてデタラメを言ってるんじゃありません今回の任務は予想よりはるかに複雑
Sir, I am not saying this out of cowardice, but we have encountered far more complications on this mission than expected.
ディミトリー総長イエローエリアに銃規制はないたかが3人襲われただけでは何の証拠にもならん
First Sergeant Dimitri, there are no gun regulations in the yellow zones. An attack on 3 men is not enough evidence to support your claim.
それにだ君のいるエリアは物資に乏しい孤立した調査隊にバリアグが略奪を働いても何ら不思議ではない
Besides, resources are scarce where you are. So far, Jaegers operating in the area are very likely to target straggling vehicles of the Survey Corps and plunder military supplies.
注意自分が何を言ってるか分かってるんですか
Sir, do you even know what you're saying?
ディミトリー総長任務を続行しろこれは命令だ
First Sergeant Dimitri, continue with your mission. That's an order.
闇雲な命令は任務の足を引っ張るだけです1364小隊は全員が MIA こちらも戦死率は3割を超えている増援なしでは任務遂行など不可能です
Blindly following orders will only hinder the progress of the mission. The entire 1,364th platoon is declared MIA and I've already lost 1/3 of my own platoon. Can't guarantee the success of this mission unless we set off after joining up with our reinforcements.
ここで立ち止まるわけにはいかないのだ
You can't stop.
死ぬ覚悟ならとっくにできてるだが部下をクソみたいな計画のために犬死にさせるのはごめんだ
We're not afraid to die, but I don't want to pointlessly squander my men's life over the plan.
今の発言は反逆罪とも取れるぞ言葉を慎みたまえ
Watch your tongue if you don't want to place these soldiers and our entire company in even more danger.
このエリアの調査は他と比べて随分と遅れをとっているしかも我々の大半は元新ソ連軍の武闘派だ調査隊路線防衛軍それが立場の危うい我々に残された最後の居場所なのだ
Our survey is already progressing much slower than other areas, and a significant portion of our men were from the same place. The Railway Forest Survey Corps is the last refuge we have.
武闘派の失脚は何も戦争だけが原因ではないそして戦争そのものが残した爪痕も深い物資と人員配置の不自由さがその最たる例だ
Our fall from grace wasn't caused only by losing a war. There's more at stake here than short-term resource allocation and personal assignment. Dimitri falls silent. The urgency insignias on his teammates' uniforms around him are suddenly quite an eyesore. Harry thought he had already gotten used to the change.
今回はこの辺にしておこう任務を全うしてくれ
Alright, this conversation ends here. Continue with your mission.
一番近い増援を呼んである予定よりも早く到着するはずだ
Oops. There we go. I'm dispatching the nearest troops to you to give you some backup. They'll get there ahead of the original schedule. After a brief pause, the warrant officer adds,
安全にはくれぐれも気をつけろ無事帰還できることを祈る
Stay sharp. I await your safe return. After the call ends, Dimitri shows his communicator away in silence. Stows his communicator away in silence. The bulky and stuffy protective suit is getting suffocating. Sager has been waiting for him to finish the call, walks up to him.
総長遺体は全て回収しました
Sir, the remains of all 3 soldiers have been removed from the jeep.
検視はまだですが
We haven't inspected them yet.
分かった今行く
Right, I'll go take a look. By the time Dimitri returns to the jeep, he's already regained his composure. Those of Hyde 44 and the soldiers of the Survey Corps standing around the corpses.
総長、必要な撮影は終わりやした。検視始めますか。
So we've finished making all the necessary visual documentation. Should we begin the inspection? Let me do it. Soldiers move aside to make space for Dimitri. Solemnly approaches and squats down by the bodies. He rummages through their clothing thoroughly, taking great care to also scrape away the collapsed crystals formed on the wounds. His hands move efficiently, both gentle respect. Where are the dog tags? After a lengthy search, he finally fishes out 3 pieces of paper covered in stains from their pockets. Salvage any usable supplies and bury the remains. And keep some of their personal belongings that won't take up much space. Their families deserve to know. Richie falls back several paces and moves over to the jeep, then lays all the scrunched up pieces of paper that he just found on the hood of the vehicle. Roka and Doris huddle in for a closer look. Dimitri shoots them a glare but does not stop them. They're all the same?
No.
Yeah.
ところどころマーキングがしてある。地図？地図に必要な要素はないね。
There are a lot of markings. Could these be maps? But then again, they don't have any key elements you'd find on maps.
それにこの数字の羅列とオリジンって単語、原点のことかな。
Also, these numbers and the word origin. What origin? Doris studies the new numbers. And Doris studies the numbers next to the markings on the piece of paper.
座標でもなさそうだね。
They don't make sense as coordinates either.
軍の暗号が一発で解けてたまるかよ。
These are in military code, as if we just let you read such sensitive information.
あんたは何か分かったの？
So you know what these mean? Klika's question has obviously touched a raw nerve, as Dimitri immediately flies into a flustered rage.
何見てやがる。隊ごとに暗号の規則が違えんだよ。情報漏洩を防ぐためだ。
Keep your noses out of this. All communications between units are encrypted with our own unique cipher to prevent intel from being leaked.
俺たちは単なる臨時編成だからな。環境調査隊のルールなぞ知らなくて当然だ。
The railway forces are just temporarily seconded, so it's natural that we don't know the Survey Corps cipher. Unable to make heads or tails of the notes, Dimitri puts them away for now.
3人が1枚ずつ持ってたってことはかなり重要な内容であるはずよ。
All 3 of them kept a separate copy on their person, so it must contain some very important information.
んなことは分かってる。
I'm well aware of that, goes without saying. Dimitri dismisses Klukai's observation. Checks the time and looks up at the sky, then turns to address his subordinates.
もう日が暮れる。さっさと片付けて集落でキャンプを張るぞ。
It's getting late. Gotta move on and get this place cleaned up. We'll set up camp at the settlement tonight.
この辺は物騒だ。今夜から見張りを倍に増やせ。
This isn't exactly a place of peace and tranquility. Starting tonight, we're doubling the number of sentries in each shift.
順位の話じゃ造営はもう出発したそうだ。野郎ども、あと少しだ。援軍と合流できりゃ、こんな任務をとっとと終わらせて、クソみてえな生活とおさらばできる。頂上列車に戻れば、昇進間違いなしだ。
Also, I just ask over comps. Our reinforcements are already on their way. Just hang in there for a bit longer. Once we link up with them and finish the job, we can kiss this life goodbye when we get back to the Great Railway. When we get back to the Great Wall Railway, promotions and pay rises await. Dimitri is relieved to see that his subordinates' morale has not suffered too much. Just as he's about to leave, Klukai speaks up.
ディミトリー。
なんだ。用もないのにフラフラするな。
What? Get out of the way. Nikolai jabs a thumb to the side.
何が言いたい？話があるならここでしろ。
What do you want to say? Just say it here.
どの死体にもドッグタグがなかった。本当にここで話すつもり？
There are no dog tags on all 3 bodies. Are you sure you want to have this discussion here? She raises an eyebrow, walks up to the side and gestures for Cloakeye to follow him.
ブージャムの体内から発見されたドッグタグは彼らのものね。
Yet the dog tags found at the Bujam belong to them.
でも死体には生き袋に荒らされた形跡がなかった。
But the remains show no signs of having been gnawed.
おい、ここはイエローエリアだぞ。タグをなくしてたっておかしくはねえさ。
It's always but with you. There's danger everywhere in the yellow zones. Losing your dog tags isn't that unusual.
私の知る限り、軍人は何があってもドッグタグを手放したりしないはずだけど。
From what I know, soldiers cling to their dog tags even in death.
お前みてえなガラクタに何がわかる？
What do you tin cans know?
黙って働け。余計な詮索はするな。
Just do your job and mind your own business. Clearly unwilling to continue the conversation, Dimitri storms off.
ディミトリーさん、現実を受け入れられないんだね。
Looks like Mr. Dimitri is still not ready to face the truth.
明らかに不自然な点を見て見ぬふりするなんて、ただの怠慢よ。
He's still trying to delude himself even when such an obvious problem is staring him in the face. He's shirking his duties.
厳しいね、クルカイ隊長は。
You may be a bit too harsh on him, Looter Cloakeye.
こっちはどうする？近くでキャンプを張ろうか。
So what do we do now? Are we also setting up camp nearby?
そうして、私は集落に戻ってリバに連絡する。
Yeah, I'll check out the settlement and I'll get in touch with Leva.
ミスティと美容家にはパラデウスのこと口外しないよう言っといて。
Remind Michi and Berka to keep their mouths shut about Paradeus.
はーい。
It's quite the long story point. At night, most of the Survey Corps soldiers have already turned in. The few who are on sentry duty and the those of Hyde 404 work together to patrol the areas surrounding the settlement. Unable to go to sleep, Dimitri takes out the dog tags again.
ニコライ、俺だ。開けろ。
Hey, Nikolai, open up! He knocks on the door to a room in the dorms. His grin widens when he sees his friend. Nikolai freezes for a second before letting him in.
静かに。規則を忘れたのか。
Keep it down. Have you forgotten the rules?
別にいいだろ。そんなもん。
Oh, come on. Dimitri plunks himself down on an empty bed while Nikolai sits down by the desk in the center of the room and picks up the book he was in the middle of reading.
情報学原理。
Principles of Informatics.
相変わらず頭でっかしたなお前は。今時紙の本か。ま、頼りにならない機械よりはマシだけどな。
Still reading physical books in this day and age? What a freaking nerd. But that's good. Machines can't be trusted.
前に一緒に戦った機械兵器がいてさ、ロレン軍に接収されて権限を書き換えられた途端、俺のことなんざ忘れちまいやがった。
The droids that used to serve with us on the battlefield wouldn't even recognize us after their authorizations got rewritten when the UNC army took over.
こっちはペットみたいに可愛がってたんだぜ。あのちっこい偵察機を。
To think I took a liking to that little surveillance drone and even treated it like a pet.
ディミー、声が大きいよ。
Not so loud.
あったよ。大声出さなきゃいいんだろ。
Fine, I'll drop my voice. She takes in the empty dorm room and slaps the wooden bed frame mindedly.
この量ももうお前だけが。
You're the only one left in this room, eh?
うん。昨夜除隊して帰ったやつが最後だったよ。
Yeah. The last one left last night, retired from service and went home.
お前は
What about you?
やるべきことをやるだけだ。
Do what I gotta do. Nicholas scribbles a mark in his book.
のんきなもんだな。カーター将軍が失脚して、お前の実家にも影響があったはずだろう。
You seem awfully blasé about this. General Carter's fall must have affected your family, surely.
まあね。でも年寄りが一線を引くのは当然のことだ。
It's nothing out of the ordinary for an old man to step down.
何しに来たんだ？僕の家を心配しに来たのか？
Why are you here? You didn't come just to show you're concerned about my family, did you?
実はだな。
How front lines the girls this day?
It's going. Continuing the part 2 of the event. Also, I've rolled once so far and nothing.
But I'm gonna roll after this story point, so I'm gonna roll more. And hopefully I get G11. And because of this, she pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket and gives it a wave. Nikolai grows still.
事例だ。今朝反応された。
You just got home from work, you gotta do your daily.
Well, at least you're home, right? Just gotta chill out and do your dailies. I did not. I'll be honest, I had no idea where I had to go for the poll thing.
Transfer order, stamped this morning.
こっから数年は辺境だ。その後もどこに飛ばされるか知らね。
Oh, then I guess I... Oh wait, no, hold on. If it's popped up today, then I have not done it yet. I'm going too. Gonna spend a few years on the border, then God knows where they'll send me.
どうして？君の階級ならここに残れたはずだ。
With your rank, you could have applied to stay.
残るのがいいとは限らないだろう。昔からの腐れ縁どもと島流しされんのも悪くない。
Staying doesn't seem like much of like such a good idea. I'd rather be exiled along with my brothers.
近い将来、頂上列車ってのが建造されるらしい。で、俺たちはそれを守る防衛軍の予備部隊ってわけだ。楽な仕事じゃなさそうだが、よく考えてみろ。がっぽり稼ぐチャンスだぜ。
I hear they're gonna build something called the Great Wall Railway, and will be the reserve garrison force. Sounds pretty tough, but now that I think about it, there should be plenty of opportunities to turn any profit.
人儲けしたら仲間と軍を抜けてビジネスでもやろうと思う。
You like training? Then when I make a fortune, I'll take my brothers, leave the army, and start a business.
軍を辞めるのか？
You don't want to serve anymore.
まあな。残る理由もない。
Guess not. No point.
今までは戦う目的があった。今はカーター将軍も将軍についてた KCCO の連中もいない。みんな辞めちまった。軍にいたって何をしていいかわからねえ。
I used to head out onto the battlefield with some sort of ideal. Now that General Carter is gone and his followers in the KCCO are gone, I don't see the point in staying.
軍にいることだけが戦いじゃない。
This has nothing to do with our duty as soldiers.
何言ってんだ。軍がなけりゃ俺たちは誰のために戦えってんだ。
No. So what are you fighting for when nobody's left? Ghosts?
守るべき者さえいれば、軍人は軍人であり続ける。たとえどこにいようとね。
As long as those we've sworn to protect are still there, we will remain soldiers no matter where we're deployed.
ディミ、辺境防衛もいいけど、あんまり自分を甘やかすな。
There's nothing wrong with being stationed on the border, but you mustn't let yourself loose. Hearing the disapproval of Nikolai's words, Dimitri's jaunty smile slowly disappears.
ニコライ、俺は喧嘩しに来たんじゃない。別れを言いに来たんだ。
You came to say goodbye, not to argue with you.
別に喧嘩するつもりはないよ。事実を言ったまでさ。
I'm not arguing with you. Just telling the truth.
事実？寝ぼけてんのかお前。
Truth, stop lying to yourself.
死んでいった連中を切りかける人間はいねえ。生き残った連中も左遷か除隊だ。軍事法廷にかけられたやつもいた。
Nobody cared about the brothers who died and those
And those who somehow manage to survive are either demoted, dismissed, or even court-martialed.
俺たちみてえな鉄砲玉はな、ありがたく辺境防衛を拝命すんのがお似合いなんだよ。
They let small fries and non-core forces like us keep our ranks, but send us to marginalized departments as so-called reassignment. In a rage, Dmitri marches up to Nikolai, tears off his dog tags, and throws it down on the desk in front of his friend.
これを見ろ。ドッグタグは戦場で俺たちの存在を唯一証明できるものだ。
And take a look at this. Soldier's dog tag is our only proof of identity on the battlefield.
それがどうだ。エンブレム、部隊番号、コールサイン、何もかも変わっちまった。
But what happened? They changed everything. The design, my unit number, even my service number.
お前はこのタグに書かれているのが俺だと言えるのか。え？
You think the person listed on this dog tag is still me?
そんなの身分の証明でしかない。君は君だ。ディミトリー准尉。
This is just a form of identification. You are you, Warrant Officer Dmitri.
バカ言うな。俺は身も心も新ソ連人だ。だが、新ソ連はもう新ソ連じゃなくなる。これからはロクサット主義合衆国連盟新ソ連大工だ。
Get real. Warrant Officer Dmitri would only ever serve the Neo-Soviet Union, but from now on it won't be the Neo-Soviet Union anymore, but the Neo-Soviet Union district under the URNC.
カーター将軍は死んだ。新ソ連は死んだ。俺たちの理想も何もかも死んだ。
It's over for General Carter, it's over for the Neo-Soviet Union, and it's over for our dreams. He repents heavily as he glares at his... That's way too many words for an organization. Oh no, you haven't seen the full list, alright? It's just that okay, so they were the Neo-Soviet Union, aka the Soviet Union, but adapted and survived past the Cold War. But then now they're just considered a district that's under the UNRC, the URNC. Which is the United Rosartrist Nations Coalition. AKA basically a New World Order type thing. But like, not as bad as what people always say it would be. I don't even know what you just put on my screen. But there's nothing there. What did you just do? There's nothing there. Oh, there it goes. It popped up. It finally popped up. It said that you just put literally nothing there, but now it's there. It's there. Yeah, the emote finally popped up. Dmitri pants heavily as he glares at his friend, but Nikolai simply gazes earnestly back at him, his face still utterly calm.
俺はもう夢を見るのはやめたのさ。周りにいる連中と俺自身を守って、このクソったれな世の中を生き抜いてやる。
Anyway, I've had enough of talking about ideals. I just want to protect myself and those around me so that we can eke out a living in this godforsaken world.
お前も後のことを考えた方がいい。カーター将軍の隊はほとんど粛清されたんだ。残ってもいいことはね。
You should look out for yourself. They're already going after General Carter's followers. If you stay, they'll surely give you a hard time. Things could end badly for you.
叶うあてもない理想と心中するな。
Don't let a dead dream drag you into an early grave. Dmitri puts away his dog tag stiffly.
いいさ。俺が言いたいのはそれだけだ。じゃあな。
There, I said my piece. I'll get going then. Dmitri reaches the door. Nikolai, who's been silent the whole time, calls out to him.
ディミ、
どうした？
What? Think that his friend wants to make peace with him, Dmitri's voice softens. But when he looks back, he sees Nikolai standing ramrod straight, pointing at his chest.
それは本当に君の本心なのか？
Ask yourself in here. Do you genuinely believe that? Dmitri finds himself back in the present. Looks down at the dog tag that used to belong to Nikolai, then at the soldiers sleeping deeply not far from him. Some of them are comrades in arms who served the Neo-Soviet Union alongside him on the battlefield, while others are rookies who enlisted with lofty ideals. Here they are, all huddled together in the ruins of an abandoned settlement on this night. Outside another sign, still as a dog tag away.
ああそうだ少なくとも俺はまだ生きてる
At least that belief has kept me alive and kicking. Well, it's time to roll. Roll time. I'm gonna tell you now, just because it kind of got leaked early on, but you're gonna like one of her dorm poses. Oh! Yes! The machine! It's her freaking, what's it called? Her Red Bull box with the big straw. Yes! Yeah, it's straight up in a. Hold on, I need to screenshot this so I can send it to a friend of mine. Anyway. It took 2 temples. That's it. 2 temples. Technically even less, but I need to post this everywhere. Let me do that. Then I'll send it to my boy here. Let's see. I got her so early. That is amazing. That means that means I can save. I can save more. Finally. Please give me her purple gun. That would be very nice. Oh, hello, Nemesis. I haven't got one of you in a while. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah! No purple over a gun. Pain. I might have to roll for a gun at some point then. Dang it. Dang it. And I didn't even have to like roll on the standard to use up any like bad luck or anything. I kind of want to roll on this anyway though. But let's not worry about it. It's fine. Let's see, what does her thing look like? Okay, yep. We got the pseudo Switch / Steam Deck, off-brand Doritos, and Red Bull, off-brand Red Bull, and a tissue box. We don't ask about that. But anyway. Why is... Oh, right. Right. Oh, that looks hilarious.
Anyway. Where is she? Probably down here. Yep.
今の私は最強だ。
Her nickname that the community has had for her forever has always been Sleepo Beepo. Come on. You can't click on the red ball, what do you mean? I didn't realize she actually had like a pack of things right here in her back. The tactical red balls. Are all of her things just... Oh. Hold on. It's a little symbol that she has on there, and then it's a little smiley. Also, this gun, it's a real gun, and it's insane. The way it works just doesn't make any sense, but it just does. All right, let's see. Training. Expand. She drank it. Alright. We're just gonna keep hearing freaking yawns so much. I thought I had it was only once a day. She's always EP. There we go, we're done. It's maxed. Max level anyway. Might as well get her neural. At least the first batch up early. If you're using basic attack, you get a random buff? Dang. Any weakness explodes is exploited toxic inundation to the target after the attack resolves. Not quite sure what that means, but sure. The skill Dreamquake applies S corrosion 2 for 2 turns for the attack results against large targets. Using a skill, Dreamless Night generates toxic mist tiles within 2 tiles around the closest enemy for 2 turns. The basic attack cleanses 2 buffs from the target before the attack resolves. As 2 or more buffs, targeted damage is taken is reduced by 20%. That's pretty good, actually. Basic attack damage is increased by 20%. Jeez. So her whole kit revolved around making her basic attacks good then? As well as just enabling corrosion? There's so many achievements in this, and it's just I constantly get them. Voyage. What did I do? Oh, sad as gold. Sad as gold. Ends in 1 day. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Repos. Free one of these. Go here. Claim. What else was I gonna do? Oh, wait, right. First off. And then we're gonna go and see the dorm. I don't get why they even need to sleep. I thought for a second it had to. Their little profiles are a little too similar. Average person in bed with their phone is just bonk. Of course. She wants the girls frontline, like the first game on the console. Here, have this. Let's go. Wait, no. Get out of the gift. Get out of the gift. Alright, Chimley, you still there? There's deep sleep. This does not look comfortable, I'll be honest. But she apparently can sleep anywhere, so. Let's see. Her actually doing something. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to see what you looking at, huh? The heck you looking at? Alright, I gotta. Oh, wait a second. There's actually something here. Dang it! No, I'm trying to look at. Wait a second. Okay. Alright. Alright, I see. Yes, it's a comic of her and freaking. It's freaking, what's it called? This style is like the old manga style. But yeah, it's her, right? It's G11 and we've got 416. I think that's MP7 and I can't tell who this is. Hold on. No, wait. Space. I cannot tell who that one in the middle is. Yeah, it is the Yamcha pose. It is literally the Yamcha pose. Mistake! Because that's how it's pronounced, even though it's spelled Mechti. How do I reset? I don't know how to reset, but control. Let's see. It's around like here. Yes, I can. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could legit just do something like this. Hold on. Dang it! I didn't mean to click. Oh no, the camera. Hold on, and then. Oh, dang it. That's as far as I can zoom in. Oh, yeah, if I go too close, then vanish. Oh, wait, I'm stuck on the... You can get stuck on the... Hold on. Wait, oh, you can get stuck. You can actually... Hold on. Bonk. I didn't know that. What has she got in here? Of course, if you get too close... Oh, wait a second. Elmo. I'm just sneaking around everywhere. Oh wait, I remember. I think I've seen these two. Oh wait, yeah, hold on. How do I pose? Bro. It's using the models from the first game. Oh no, these are the updated chibis. Wait, that's... Hold on. Dang it. Stop moving it so much. I forget. FM... Is it FMG9? No. It's a similar gun, but I think it's like... I think it's PP 2001 or 2002, something like that. And then that's Vector. That's just Vector. And if I click on her... Hold on. No, wait, hold on. Zoom out. Move here. Ah! We are getting pushed around by her head. There. Oh, it disappeared. That is so weird. I'm trying to line it up with the screen. There. No. Here. This is so tough. Okay, you know what? She moves too much. Hold on. Her eyes move so much. Dang it, Jim. You mean if we did this? Looking respectfully. Is there anything in there? There is. Wait a second. How did you make a perfect friggin' thing? You. Hold on. Oh, I can't. Okay, hold on. I have to do it from. Oh, wait. That face. It doesn't look like that. That face did not look so much like that from a distance. Alright, but there you go. Wait, what if She's never gonna wake up. Like, this is the perfect example of how she can fall asleep anywhere. Cause, like, her neck, like, ah, ow. Anyway. Wait. Oh, dang it. I was gonna check what that said, but oh well. I'm probably gonna need to roll for a gun for her. What I find interesting is in her CG, so her art when she's in the story stuff, she looks so much shorter and smaller than she does when you're actually looking at her model. Like, she's shorter than Kukai, but like here I'm thinking it's because the jacket turns to hide how she looks a lot. Because when you look at her when you look at her in the dorm, she's like wrong person, right? I have to click here first. It's like she doesn't look as short, basically, especially in this one, but still, like, she doesn't look that short. I still find it funny that the thing is a Yamcha. Hold on. I need to confirm what you just said. That barely adds anything. What do you mean? Oh wait, we can zoom even further out. Like, even from a distance though, like, even without... Wait, how far can we get? Kinda wish we could look outside. Hold on, I haven't actually looked around much. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's her little watch thing. Well, I'm assuming it's supposed to be just a barren, like, desert and everything of the wasteland, but also the fact that the reason it looks so low and odd is probably because the Elmo's really tall. And the dorms happen to be on the regularly high floors. That's my assumption anyway. My assumption also is that this is bathroom. This is main door. Look, trash. Any trash in the trash can? No, none. What is this? I don't even know where the computer is. Alright, like the actual... what this connects to, unless it's just directly into the Elmo. The fact you can hear that breathing so clearly. Yeah, they have a lot of plants. Slippers. Oh, it's supposed to be a reflection. Okay. Cafe. 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 Okay, so they do have multiples of their little uniform things. Yeah, they're like wooden bird things. They're all like different directions. Yo, look, it's the skylight. It's hard to see over the edge. This is a really nice room. Like overall, like look at it. Like you got like a bed, right? You got the bed with like a lot of storage on the side, some storage on the back, storage on the side here. This is what's basically the wardrobe closet thing. Got a nice little couch, coffee table, desk and chair. You know, if this chair looks like it's made all out of metal and plastic. Get your own coffee machine. Not her. She's not the coffee machine. And then all these other things that I don't know what they are. I always thought these doors were cool though. Blast door style doors. Too bad you can't really have those in real life because you need the actual like a mechanized system. I wish I had a bed. Sometimes I wish I had a bed. Anyway, that's enough nights to sleeping ASMR. Oh, my spine. Okay. We're gonna do some more of the stuff, the outer stuff. You need more epic. But we need to do more of the like mini games and stuff to get more of the rewards. Look, it's the Nika game mode. Nope. You are not looking at those. Well, unfortunately, I actually have to, so. Man dropped in out of nowhere. What is this? Also, the gun actually has recoil. I have to pull down. Yeah, there's only a little bit of physics with her. The others I think do have more, but now let's see about this. Because apparently it's different than that thing we did last time, but I'm not quite sure how. But we'll figure it out. Yo, they gave us a little thing. It's increased by 5,000. I don't even know what to look. Okay. This is probably the only last thing we'll do. But time to play the weird Monopoly thing. Pathforger entrepreneurs can compete with each other, earning credits to gain a higher position on the leaderboard. Each stage features different competitors and stage mechanics. Before the game starts, you can select a form of pathforging support, which cannot be changed after the game starts. During a pathforge, you can move by throwing dice. Tapping on special tiles will trigger various incidents, which will allow you to gain in-game credits. Credits can be spent during the game to build or buy structures. Each structure has different abilities, making wise use of the stage mechanics. Pathforging support and building effects will increase your efficiency of acquiring credits. During each pathforge, you will be ranked by the credits you have earned and the value of the structures you own. Pathforge automatically end when all your dice are used or if someone is completely bankrupt. In free mode, you may pathforge without being limited by your command dice. Reaching the appropriate place during a pathforge grants a corresponding reward. Okay. Wow. 1. Clash. Instantly. Also, this is MP5. I never thought we'd see MP5's chibi so early on. Because I don't even know when they're going to add her to the game. for global. Well. Of course it's a draw. Oh, well, I guess a draw is a win. Ooh. Gambling, let's go! Dang it. I could have had the gold. I just needed one more. There's a similar thing to this that's actually multiplayer, and dang it. Ow! And, ooh, okay, let's see. Base station increases credits gain after each turn by 300. Control bases increased by 50%. 3% of your current credit total after each turn. That would be what, 300? Income is increased by 500. Tapping an open tile, there's 50% chance to gain an additional bonus. Building and purchasing or converting a structure to dwelling land immediately trigger a resource incident. Therefore, trigger a resource incident when stopping on the structure. Instant tiles are guaranteed to trigger resource incidents, and the chances of maximum result in a resource incident are higher. Multiplier from good fortune is increased by 6. Increased chance to trigger good fortune by 10%. This chances of getting higher multipliers increase. Pathfinders land on a tile. They must pay 300 runes to build owners. To the cat. They built a cat.
Yo. Let's go. Let's go gambling. Dang it. Oh. Okay, 4's not bad. I instantly triggered the good fortune. The music's really nice though. Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling! What? What is it my luck today? What you building? Base station? Honestly, I probably should have built the base station. Did you see that? Just gamble. Gold, gold, gold instantly. Up, clash. Okay. So sneaky, sorry. Oh, she had her own little emote. It showed up. It's a little crying face. Wait, how'd she already get to the other side of... She already got to my side faster than I could get to... Okay. I'm building a base station. I think that's probably for the best. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's at the shop. Turn the current die into a boat die. Teleport to the nearest empty construction tile. Incident tile. Sure. Sure. She's getting all the construction. What is this? I'm running out of dice here. Give me an incident. Come on. Let's go gambling. Dang it. Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling! I'm rich. And that didn't cost me anything. And a 6. Oh, and we got the shop again. Structure type of the currently occupied tile. Boop, boop. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna steal her thing. That's mine now. Worksite security kiosk. I don't know what that does. It's gonna tell me right next to it, but give me that. I want to see what that does. This one? Fine income is increased by 20%. Other platform. Oh, okay. Let's see. A supply station. Okay. I think that'd be worth. let's do a roll. Oh. Let's go. Gambling! Dang it. No great fortune that time. I'm winning, at least. Should I just steal her supply station? I'm stealing it. Stealing all her buffs. I say stealing as if I'm not buying them. She's gonna take mine, isn't she? Bruh. My base station. You know what? Let's go gameplay. Yo. First things first, we'll use this. What's the resource hub? Tells me to the trigger resource incidents. I'll take that. Wait, what was it again? Incident tiles. That's the resource, event, clash, resource. Wait, what counts as an incident tile? Oh, I guess I'll find out. Oh, well, okay. Got another base hub, base station. She got Wheel of Fortune Day. I don't think she can really do anything to beat me at this point. Let's go gambling. Ora, ora, ora. 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 Yeah. There is nothing you can do. You have lost. Let's go. Oh, I should cry. Poor MP5. 47474. Incredible. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and stop there. Give me that money. Oh wait, you know what? I actually want to check. Who's next? Springfield? I don't know why that made me think of the whole, is that the Grim Reaper? I still want this. Well, I want everything, but yeah. Canned energy drink. Alright. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go for now, you know? Let's see. Let me quickly check if there's anyone potentially could raid. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Who is live? I could raid Ruby. Been a while since I've seen her on, actually. What's she doing? What is she doing? I think she's reacting to things. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Anyway, I'm a raider. Why not? Alright. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. I'ma go. Good night. See y'all. Peace. Bye.